Hello, my name is Lawrence Zest. In this video, I'll reflect on my own K-12 experience, connect it to ideas from Paulo Freire, 2000, and Bell Hooks, 1994, and share an international perspective from Japan's education system, Mori, 2022. My goal is to show how these pieces shape my approach to teaching science. I grew up in a well-funded school system with lots of resources, but I struggled with undiagnosed ADHD. Instead of support, I was often labeled remedial or disruptive, even though my test scores were high. That created a strained relationship with teachers and made learning feel less about curiosity and more about correction. One teacher, Mr. Yamamoto, changed that. His science classroom was hands-on and conversational, filled with animals that sparked our curiosity. He also shared his family's story of internment during World War II, which gave us a lesson in resilience and oppression. His openness inspired me to become a scientist, and remains the reason I love science today. Paulo Freire, in 2000, critiques what he calls the banking model of education, where students are treated as empty vessels to be filled. Instead, he argues for a dialogical, problem-posing approach where students and teachers learn together. Similarly, Bell Hooks, in 1994, describes education as the practice of freedom, a way to resist domination and affirm student voices. Both remind me that teaching should be about humanizing and empowering students, not just transmitting information. To broaden my perspective, I looked at Mori's 2022 article on social emotional learning in Japan. In the 1990s, Japan's schools were dominated by rote memorization and exams, which led to stress, burnout, and even increases in bullying and school refusal. In response, the Ministry of Education introduced ikiru chikara, or zest for life, to balance academics with character and health. SEL builds on this by fostering resilience, empathy, and collaboration. The challenge in Japan is adapting SEL to an exam-heavy, hierarchical culture. In the US, SEL is often politicized and tied to debates about critical race theory. But in both places, SEL reflects Freire's 2000 and Hooks' 1994 vision of education as liberation and dignity. As a science educator, I see that I sometimes fall into the expert role that Freire 2000 critiqued. I'm working on using structured group roles so that all students participate equally, especially since some come with more resources than others. I'm still asking myself, how can I balance curriculum standards with dialogue? How can I embed SEL practices naturally into science? And more importantly, how do I ensure every student feels valued for who they are, not just what they know? Reflecting on my experiences, the readings, and the Japanese case study, I see that critical pedagogy is not just about teaching content. It's about transforming classroom culture. Education should center on liberation, participation, and humanity. Thank you for listening.